I just can't stand Doctor Doom. Like, at all. Just never liked him showing up in anything, and Doom's fans are super obnoxious about how great he is.
Not gonna lie, I don't. I like Doctor Doom isn't like I haven't heard a lot about him. I haven't read a lot of comics, so that's maybe why. But even through online, I haven't heard a lot about Doom. Doom.
What the hell?
Such slander may not be allowed to continue. Plus, there's a lot of Doomsday hype right now. Hence, I present to you not just why Doctor Doom is my favorite villain, but why he's the greatest villain in fiction. Reason 1, he's an original villain. How many
Okay. Okay.
evil clowns and evil alien generals are there? But how many Doctor Dooms are there? Given the superhero genre, I'm shocked that we don't have more villains that combine magic
That is a good question. That is truly a good question. Wow. I'm hooked. Okay, I'm locked in.
and science and can match almost anyone that's mastered both. Getting to see stuff like an AI system that gives you the right spell to use in combat is genius. Then there's the design. Like, are you not wearing this on Halloween?
Not gonna lie, the fit do be going crazy. Like MF, not MF Doom. Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom really have one of the greatest fit of all
And
time. Not
then,
gonna lie.
reason 2, he has a dope origin. I think most people have a shallow understanding
Okay, this might be my opinion, but Doctor Doom was butchered in both the Fantastic Four movies, right? So maybe that's why I was sleeping on Doctor Doom. Like I never took Doctor Doom seriously because of the Fantastic Four movies. The origin to me is just his Reed's rival. That's the origin, right?
of his origin. Most people fall into one of three camps. They're either brainwashed by his crappy depictions in the movies, which are just
True. That's me. That's
lies.
where I'm
You
categorized.
have knowledge of the events, and then there are the people who have read Books of Doom. I can't say this enough. Read Books of Doom by Ed Brubaker. Doctor Doom is probably the best case of a character's origin being modified over time because every modification makes it better than before. Doom had a really tragic life, and when you see the events play out from his perspective, it becomes totally understandable why he is the way he is. Over time, later comics have
Do do people know his face? Like, does Doom has a face reveal or is it just hidden?
filled in a lot of details and blanks from his Kirby and Lee origin, like the fear he felt the first time he killed someone, or how he's always wanted to protect his people, or how he's always had to rely on himself instead of others, which
That's so good. Oh my god. That's yeah. How he has to rely on himself. That's
is
good.
why he's such a narcissist. Once you see these things, you'll realize that he's actually a pretty understandable guy. After all, it's not a stretch that
When villains become understandable, it's a problem, not gonna lie. It's very easy to fall on the other side.
someone who has suffered so much because he wasn't powerful enough would want to become the most powerful guy alive. You get what I'm
You see, that's the best, man. It's very easy to be understandable, and it's like you don't want him to die at one point. You want the heroes to die. Does that make any sense? Very few characters have that impact. When you love and understand a certain character to an extent, you don't want that character to die, even if he's doing bad shit. For example, Eren Yeager. Like when you understand Eren Yeager, you don't want Eren Yeager to die, even if Eren Yeager is an racist motherfucker who wants to kill every other people, right?
saying? Knowing his origin will also tip you off to a lot of tiny details, like how his first kill was by strangling
This video is doing justice to Doom because he's not explaining everything. He's still having this impact of go and read the comic along with explaining everything that Doom does. Okay, like is this video is I feel like this video is a good video because it's also making me want to read comics as well as giving me information about Doctor Doom.
and it ended up becoming one of the main ways he attempts to kill people in fights. But You wouldn't know this if you only had a superficial knowledge of him from reading his OG origin or watching a TikTok edit. You need to read the stories from his POV to get that deeper insight, like Books of Doom, which leads to my next point. But before we continue the Glaze train, I just want to tell you that only a small fraction of my viewers are following.
True, man. He
So
has 83,
make sure to hit the
he has 83k views, but he only has 760 subscribers. You guys should subscribe for him, man. He's making good content.
that subscribe
If you
button so
want.
that more
If you guys want, I'm not forcing you guys because I myself don't have enough subscribers. But if you guys want, go and subscribe to him.
people can understand the Doctor Doom hype. And reason number 3, he has super well written stories.
Okay.
Doctor Doom has some amazing stories like Triumph and Torment, when him and Doctor Strange teamed up to beat Mephisto and free his mother's soul from hell. Or
Damn. Just straight up teamed up. So on some Vegeta type shit, huh?
the
Okay.
2015 Secret Wars, where he saved the multiverse after it collapsed. Then there's Secret Wars
I have seen this panel. I have seen this panel so many times, man. It's like him ripping out Thanos' spine. It's just
84, Doctor Doom 2099, Infamous Iron Man, Emperor Doom, the 2019 series, and so much more. Guys, Doctor Doom has a massive catalog of stories ranging across a multitude of titles, whether he's fighting the FF today or he's fighting Spider-Man. Your favorite hero has probably fought him once because he just works as a great villain in many different places.
okay. I have a serious question. Does he actually like fail or like lose to the superheroes because if he is fighting every single superhero? Is he like a comic relief character where people are just defeating him for like no reason?
And situations. In addition, he's cool enough to stand in his own solo series because he has more depth than most superheroes even do. Similar to why we loved Thanos in Infinity War, despite all the heavy hitters in the movie, Thanos' complexity and aura made him stand out and be a villain that you remembered more than the heroes. And Doctor Doom has been doing this for years in the comics. Now, I'll admit, Doctor Doom has some less favorable stories like Ultimate Fantastic Four. As far as I'm concerned, these are just results of writers who have a mustache-twirling villain in their head when they hear Doctor Doom, so they don't even understand who they're writing. The characterization
Okay. This is some audience scoping mechanism, right? Because what do you mean like even the writers don't know what they are writing about? What does that phrase means? Like you as an audience know Doctor Doom, but the writers don't know about Doctor Doom. That is something that I don't understand, not gonna lie.
that writers like Dan Slott gave Doctor Doom at the start of his FF run, despite an event like Secret Wars, shows that his knowledge of Doom is pretty outdated. Plus, just because you have bad stories doesn't make you a bad character, or else Spidey would be, like I mentioned in this video that you should totally check out.
Spider-Man do be having a lot of characters, man. And this is a hot topic. I hate MJ for Spider-Man. I'm more of a Catwoman or a Gwen Stacy guy. Like, I don't like MJ at all. MJ is the worst ship for Spider-Man. Peter Parker. I hate MJ to the core, man. MJ is, oh my god. MJ is a snake. MJ is a snake. I hate MJ, man.
Reason number 4. Feats. I'm not some professional power scaler or anything, but Doctor Doom
You should have power scale. Not gonna lie, you should have power scaled, man.
has some feats. A lot of villains run their mouth about how strong they are, but Doctor Doom is one of the few who can back up those claims and has just straight up won multiple times. Doctor Doom has been repeatedly stated to be one of the smartest men on Earth, second only to Reed Richards, which we can see in action through his advanced armor, Doombot, and being one of the first people to make effective time travel. In addition,
Damn.
he's
Motherfucker just made a time travel, huh? He is indeed smart.
also one of the most skilled magic practitioners. As seen and stated in Triumph and Torment, Dr. Doom was said to
So Dr. Doom is smart. He knows magic. He knows science. Like he is just
be the second
everything,
best
I guess.
option for Sorcerer Supreme after Doctor Strange. Not to mention, he and Doctor Strange were able to successfully reclaim Cynthia Von Doom's soul from Mephisto in that same comic, and that is no easy task. Oh yeah, and he actually did become Sorcerer Supreme in the latest comics. We also know that he's able to win in both planned and unplanned fights against a multitude of characters, which is where we get moments like him shanking Kang the Conqueror like a common thug. After all, most of his best stories aren't heroes stopping him from winning, it's them stopping him from staying the winner. Doctor Doom also has some heavy durability as his body, with the armor he built, being able to survive getting close enough to the
He is reinforced with armor that is reinforced with magic, right? So I expect him to be durable.
Beyonder and all his power in order to steal it and absorb it. And to top it all off, Doctor Doom has gained nigh or full omnipotence on multiple occasions, whether that be the Life Force or the Beyonders. And he always uses this omnipotence for interesting things, as you'll see in Reason 5, Complex Motivations. Doctor Doom is right. Unlike most villains who want to conquer and dominate the world, we know that Doctor Doom is the only qualified one. That is why he's careful in the instances when he gets omnipotence. One of my favorite parts of the
The way Doctor Doom is portrayed is like a villain version of Batman, if that makes any sense. Like so far, I'm getting the impression of okay, Doctor Doom is Batman but an antagonist.
OG Secret Wars was when he got the Beyonder's powers, and the first thing he did was let the heroes go and figure out how to safely use those powers. Because he knew that if he even fell asleep and had a bad dream, he could inadvertently end the world. Doom is very careful of the power entrusted with him and tries to use it the best way possible. We can already see his qualifications on a smaller scale in Latveria, his home country. Although most people outside of it call it a dictatorship, the Latvian people love Doctor Doom and he's constantly working for their good. Under him, they get to live in a safe, happy country without poverty and illness. When the world is ending, Doctor Doom is making sure Latveria survives, just like how Magneto is always trying to make sure mutants survive, regardless of whether they all appreciate his methods. And his desires don't just
So, what is like the actual motive of Doctor Doom? Is it like world domination or being the strongest being?
stop at Latveria. Doom makes sure that all of Earth and the universe is safe, which is why he's one of the first villains you'll see team up with the good guys to save the day. To take it a step further, we know of two separate instances where we've seen what things would look like if he won. In Doom War, we got to see that in an alternate timeline where Doctor Doom successfully conquered the world with vibranium, that society actually prospered, even if it didn't have freedom to choose its leader.
Okay, if it prosper, then why are they fighting back? Does that make any sense? Like, if it like what makes a Doom a villain based on these accusations or like these opinions, or like what makes him a villain? Doing bad shit, I guess.
Leadership. Then in Doctor Doom 2019 series, Victor traveled to another universe where he saw a world governed by a variant of himself, and it was a utopia in every sense of the word. Now, admittedly, that version of him was more democratic and gave up leadership positions. And finally, on the inside, Doctor Doom is worthy. Maybe not of Mjolnir, but he's passed a couple of checks from powerful beings like Bast, the Panther God, and a
Okay, see, this
Celestial, and both of them considered him to be a worthy being with good intentions. The only reason Doctor Doom isn't a good guy is mostly because of his pride and pettiness. Victor thinks he's the only one who can create this better world and can't stand the idea of someone else doing it, especially in a better way than him. After all, that's why he disintegrated the aforementioned alternate universe.
That's am I crazy? That just makes him an anti-hero.
He couldn't
right?
stand the idea of a universe
Why does it make him a villain? Why is people portraying him as a villain? Just because he kills other superheroes that makes him a villain?
where others could rule not just
Like it is proven that his reign of the land of the world has become a utopia, right? So why are people stopping him?
side by side with him, but also above him. Or else, if he and Reed Richards worked together side by side, I bet the main Marvel universe would be a lot nicer than this right now.
True. So it's ego like separating them, I guess.
So, for anyone who disagrees with me, go into the comments right now and name someone else.
Doom is the guy whose deletion of Gandalf are delicious. I remember many years ago hearing was one of the judges. Glory to I'm not sure that Doom is the best villain in the fiction, but I'm sure comics. You forgot the one. He his highly innovative and influential lab career. He is what plot devices was the reason why Doom is the reason why simple. He's like Tony Stark in superpower. His intellect by dude single-handedly goes up against cosmic forces, gods, and beats them. Plus, he's not one-dimensional. Most of anti-hero. I get it. I get it. He's a most okay anti-guy. I don't want to want the MCU to make a Doctor Doom variant of a Tony Stark. I just yeah, this is something that I want. I don't want a Tony Stark variant of Doctor Doom. Just do him separate characters like how Captain America and Human Torch. Ah, I get it. I get it. So there are a lot of people who love Doom, I guess. So a lot of people love Doom, huh? Might also learned about Doom.